Living on a 50-acre ranch in Arizona has its perks. Peace, open skies, and no neighbors breathing down your neck. Or at least that's how it used to be, until the high-end development next to my land finally filled in. The final insult? The HOA president, a woman who introduced herself as Karen De Laurentiis, moved into the biggest McMansion at the edge of the property and immediately started acting like she ran the whole county. Karen wasn't your average HOA type. She had money, real money, and made sure everyone knew it. Her weapon of choice wasn't just her clipboard or HOA handbook. It was her bright yellow Lamborghini Huracan that she drove like a battering ram around our dusty rural roads. She once told me during an unsolicited neighborhood improvement chat that she thought my land was an eyesore and that rustic charm doesn't belong in a luxury environment. Lady, my tank disagrees. Yes, I own a decommissioned FV510 Warrior armored vehicle, legally registered, demilitarized, and used for events, parades, and the occasional cattle roundup photo op. Think of it as a 28-ton statement piece. The trouble started when I refused to let the HOA build a decorative split rail fence 6 feet onto my land. Karen claimed it would enhance curb appeal for nearby homes. I told her nicely, and then firmly, that she could keep her rails and stay on her side of the property line. That apparently didn't sit well. One Friday afternoon, I was prepping to haul some feed and supplies to the barn. As I approached my driveway gate, I hit the brakes. Parked directly across the entrance, sideways, was Karen's Lamborghini. Driver's side door locked, hazard lights blinking. I waited. 10 minutes. No sign of her. I called her number, no answer. Then I checked my trail cams. Footage showed her parking the car, stepping out in stilettos, flipping off my gate camera, and walking off toward her backyard trail, which bordered my ranch. I texted her, "Move your car or I will." Her reply came 15 minutes later. "You'll wait. Maybe consider cleaning up your junkyard while you're stuck. HOA has rights." That's when I made the decision. I walked back to the barn, opened the shed, and fired up the tank. I wasn't subtle. The diesel engine roared to life, birds scattered from the trees, and my ranch dog bolted in excitement. I lumbered toward the gate, 28 tons of slow-moving justice. Karen's Lambo was flashy, sure, but low, very low. As I rolled up to the gate, I gave her one last courtesy honk. No response. Then, I engaged the clutch and drove straight over her Lamborghini. The crunch of carbon fiber and custom paint under British steel was something I'll never forget. The windshield collapsed, the suspension flattened, and the rear spoiler shot off like a frisbee. My tank didn't even flinch. I rolled past the wreckage and into my property. By the time Karen came sprinting back in horror, screaming, phone in hand, it was already done. She called the sheriff. I called my lawyer. When deputies arrived, I showed them the video footage. Her trespassing, illegally blocking my access, refusing to move the vehicle. I showed them the ranch zoning rights, my private road easement, and my registered vehicle documents. The deputy, struggling not to smirk, said, "Ma'am, you intentionally blocked his private access. This could be considered a civil issue or worse, criminal trespass." Karen lost it. She screamed about ranch lunatics, tank terrorism, and vehicular violence. In the end, her insurance refused to cover the damages due to illegal parking and intentional obstruction. She sued me in small claims and lost. Now her HOA avoids me entirely. My tank sits proudly at the front of the ranch on weekends, American flag flying, always washed and waxed, just in case someone forgets where the property line is.